Back here at Let It Roll in Central Phoenix for what I hope is a great title match between two outstanding bowlers that have both been red hot this summer. Chris Mays taking on Cerell Cardenas, and they've both been hot the last week, as Chris won the Saturday event in Mojave last weekend, and Cerell won his second consecutive invitational in Mojave last Sunday. So probably the two hottest bowlers on tour right now. Let's see what they can do about it. Cerell's opened with the double, Mays opened in the first, struck in the second, and crunches that rack in the third for a double to get right back in this game. Cerell is now as white hot as he was ice cold earlier, as he set an incredible mark of 9 consecutive second place finishes. He was finding new and innovative ways to lose every time he put his shoes on. And by the way, second place isn't really losing. I just want to throw that out there. 50 other people wish they finished second place every tournament. But when you've won dozens of titles like he has, those seconds become aggravating as heck. He finally got off the schneid a little while ago with that invitational win in SoCal, backed it up with the Mojave win. 2 invitationals in a row is pretty rare. 3 is phenomenal. Partially, you just have to be really good, and B, you need a lot of things to go your way. The invitational format is triple elimination. There are so many pitfalls in that kind of match play. Bad luck, hot opponent, not a good shot, anything that can go wrong. Ask some of our better bowlers who never won an invitational. I think Tez only won once. Just, it's hard to get through that minefield of stuff that can happen in invitational match play, and he has a chance to do it for a 3rd time in a row, which is just off the charts. Chris, of course, is going to have a heck of a lot to say about that. Shot 300 in the stepladder as part of that win last week in Suncoast. Dodged a few bullets of his own today. Everybody who gets to the title match has. Just finally took care of Matthew Garrett after numerous battles with him today. All gravy for these two decorated bowlers. Cerell joined the 20 title club with that win last Sunday. Chris up to 7 titles. That's an outstanding mark. It's very interesting. Cerell's playing almost the exact same line he played last week in Vegas, except 20 miles an hour slower and throwing an aggressive ball. Last week he was doing that with plastic, buzzing it as hard as he could, especially on that weird left-hand lane that we had last week that people are still talking about. We had dual patterns last week. The left lane was the air quotes long pattern. It was, but it had a hook spot at your feet. That just made it supremely difficult, and anybody made the cut, even the cut, did a great job here last week. Much more normal pattern as far as moves and adjustments. Not normal in terms of name though. This was a pattern called Eggplant Parmesan. I figured I had to go deep into the library to find something that people hadn't seen. And I got to give credit where it's due. There's a Minnesota Adult Scratch Bowling Series, and I went to their website and they have a whole bunch of self-designed patterns. This is one of them. 47 feet. You see how much length is still left on these lanes after this very long format. It was in the mid 2s to 1, so pure sport pattern, but these kids are so good, they just tear it up when they get a good look. 3 in a row, and Mays has grabbed the lead by a single pin with that. And can extend it to 11 if he can strike here in the 5th. Giant thanks to longtime friend of bowling in the tour, Stacy, for having us. He's done a great job. One of the few independent centers left in Phoenix. Not to mention 4 or 5 blocks from my crash pad in Phoenix. So semi got to sleep in my own bed. We'll be doing that next week. Looking forward to that, to be sure. Great follow through from Mays. Ah, beautiful shot. Both two-handers, of course, but 2 very different ways of going about it. Chris is a toothpick. I don't know how else to put that. Tall, skinny guy, so he's got that big looping arm swing. Cerell, a shorter guy. Everything a lot more compact, a lot more muscly, but look at them both post their follow-throughs. 2 different ways they end up the same way. That was a little bit of a hold there from Cerell. That ball held pocket to get 4 in a row and get the lead right back. The miss is to the left because of all that length to the pattern. Misses right. Maybe 210 washout. Flat 10s. Even ring 10s. The ball finishes a little bit late. See Cerell standing right in the left gutter. He's going to look between the 4th and 5th arrow. Maybe even left to 5th arrow, depending on where he is now. Yeah, he's going to be left to 5th arrow. Yeah, how about almost 6th arrow? And how about dead flush in the 1-2? Double, 2 spares and a double puts him in the 2 teens. That's the same deal for Mays. I had hoped for a good title match here today, and we got one halfway through. Every other division decided. Samuel Weinmiller beat his cousin out of Sally Hunt for the handicap win. Cesar Padilla beat Josh Abagania in U17, and Mackenzie Theophilus won the girls' scratch today over Caitlin Abagania. 2-pin lead for Chris. Still at the 12. Oh. I think he thought that 7 was going. I thought it might be going. Did not trip the side out. Chris will switch to a ball that doesn't hook much at all. A relatively straight piece. But a little too straight as he whiffs it. Yikes. 9 misses are so deadly in these title matches and scratches.
Favorite coach? My favorite coach?
Well, you better answer right now.
Dang.
Don't biff this. This is on camera.
JBT title.
Yeah. Where are we from? We are who? Yeah.
Say it loud.
You gotta say it. Look at it.
Can Mays recover in the 7th? Yes, he can. Perfect shot there. Great recovery, but Cerell is an assassin. Let's see if he takes full advantage of that.
Super cactus is coming out.
I thought you did already today.
I know. I want to take this.
What?
Wait,
Hi, sweetheart.
how do you use it?
Hang on. Cerell working on that double, shooting in the 7th.
Get it.
Oh, all that power slices out that 7th.
One more?
There we go.
He's like, I'm done.
He can give me a shirt that says "We Are Let It Roll" or whatever. I'll wear that too. It's all right.
That's funny because that's exactly what I told Sam.
"We Are Bolero." Get me a deer shirt. All right, so Cardina is up by 21. Extend to 31 here, striking the 8th. A lot of game left. Mays can still max for 245. Cerell sitting in the 220s right now. Oh, he's found a look. He didn't love that ball. And that ball just set up in the pocket. The month of Cerell continues. It seems like the new calendar should be January, February, March, April, May, Cerell, July, August, September. The tail end of his career, he was just trying to win one more time. He might be 3 in a row, but Mays has a lot left to say about that. Kind of needs this hit here in the 8th, though, to make it a possibility. Now the best he can do is 225, and that requires an open from Cardenas. Not over, but a lot tougher road uphill now for Chris. Got to have this 310 conversion. My least favorite spare. But it's a split, right? So I'm off the hook. No trouble with that one. Perfectly done. Well, hit what's proven to be your good lane here. Struck the last 3 times on the left side. And he's going to take a re-rack because he knows he's got to have this one. Big event tomorrow. Tournament of all-time champs and non-champs. There'll be a lot of humans in this building tomorrow, and it's going to be a fun day. Tomorrow might be the toughest scratch tournament of the year, including main events. Certainly the toughest, air quotes, junior tournament you're ever going to bowl in. But we're going to have a blast. Tomorrow, everyone's a JBT bowler. For one more day. Must-strike scenario here for Chris. Holds the follow-through. No. Ah, man. Came so very far, outlasted Matt Garrett to get to this point, and it's going to be for a runner-up finish. If it's any consolation, and I know it isn't, everybody else can't beat Cerell. So Chris can commiserate with about 600 other bowlers that Cerell's beaten in the last month. Oh! Send everything over there at the split. But after just a debilitating 9 consecutive seconds, I think he would take 18 consecutive seconds if it meant 3 consecutive invitationals, and that's going to happen in about 4 minutes. Unbelievable. Flat 10 is just fine right there. And I don't say these things anymore because we've had too much history that I forget something and get somebody irritated, and I swear I don't mean to do that, but it's, I mean, we're talking Cerell versus history at this point. Has anyone won 3 consecutive invitationals? I don't know for sure, but I don't think so. Has everyone won 3 invitationals in one season? I'm almost positive that's a no. Climbs up the list one more spot with his 21st career JBT title. So will Cerell get a little greedy and book a flight to Seattle in the next couple of days? We got one more invitational to go. Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know. Not there yet. It is Planet Cardenas, and we are all just guests on his universe right now.
So when is that invitational?
So we'll see Cerell up in Seattle in 7 days. It's next Sunday.
Next Sunday?
But you'd have to bowl Saturday to qualify.
Oh.
20 minutes from the airport, just saying. Hey, we got one last chance to add history. They're just falling left and right now. They'll be in the 230s. Chris, hold your head high, sir. You performed great all day. But Cerell is doing Cerell things. Little backup ball to finish off a 233. One of the nicest kids, funniest kids. His family is celebrating as they should. Great stuff here in Phoenix all day. We are going to have a blast tomorrow. We hope you're a part of it, and definitely check it out on our jam-packed YouTube and website either way.